under the lean pillar, we've got the autonomous maintenance under the pillar board there. This is the Price FFS autonomous maintenance step 0 board that we've got here in front of us. Currently there's 7 steps in the autonomous maintenance program. We're actually focusing on step 0, which is all around machine function and condition and the education of the people. Out of that, we've got our 4 teams that operate the machine, plus we have our maintenance department that support us as well. So currently we've got to update our Team B photo because we've had a few changes with personnel. They've all gone through their training. Part of their training was to develop a vision and the aim around the board. So vision there, machine to be better than new condition with the tools and techniques of autonomous maintenance by all the teams. And the aim is to involve operator teams, operation teams, maintenance personnel and all management in autonomous maintenance activities to establish good teamwork throughout the site and greater knowledge of the FFS machine. So part of the training the guys went through on why do we clean, why do we lubricate, why do we inspect and what is force deterioration. So across the 4 teams they've developed a 1-point lesson around what each of them represent, which we broke down into 1 OPL. So we had 4, but we broke down into the 1. Then also we look at the list of risks associated to the machine. So we look at 3 stages. We look at the people, we look at the machine, and we also look at the product. So what we do there is look at the risk on where we're at, and we need to reduce them risks down. So we've got a risk mapper of what the machine is, and represented to that is where the actual risk is on the actual machine. So we work through with John Manister and his team to go through. We use the risk matrix, which is a standard across the Cheathams, which everyone's aware of them. And then the whole board's important, but from an operator point of view, this is how the machine works. So again, we have a map of the actual machine. And then from an operator point of view, if they've got any questions, they can write them up on here. So how do they work? How does this work? And they write the question up. Once the question's been written up, then we follow it up with, generally it's around an OPL on the description of what that question's about. With our OPL board, because we've got our main board, which is over here, the OPL board is the untrained OPL, so from the questions that arise, we just got a couple of... So from the OPL there'd be a question up on the board that says, what does alarm 211 bag closing strap device on closing mean? So from an operator point of view, we've had the operators involved in writing the OPLs, and this is what it does mean. So once the operators have done that, we've got a training matrix here to the operators to sign off on the OPLs, and we monitor that on a daily basis to make sure the operators are signing off on it. Everything that's highlighted means that the operator has completed that, and as you can see there are a couple of little operators here, there are just a couple that they need to sign off on. So once that's signed off, then the whole name gets highlighted, and then it comes from untrained into the archive process. Once it's in archive, that means everyone's trained off on it. It also goes to the point of use, which we do have them located around the machine. As part of how do we know that we've got these operators trained, we've got a skill matrix spreadsheet developed. There's a little bit of a section behind that. So generally that's just an overview of where we actually are. So at 100% sign off for the operator to be able to train out to other operators, we need to be up at nearly 500 points. Currently we're sitting just under 300. And 75% of the target rate is that operators can do it solo but can't train out. We need to be up around near 700 points. and we're actually just sitting, yeah, 450. So, but behind that is the spreadsheet that goes with it, which builds that data. Currently the skill matrix is based on the task across the top, and if there's an OPL or an SOP associated to that task, then we've got a reference point up here where the operators can train out as well and utilise that. So we just use the graph as an overall tool to actually show the highlight. It's more effective. You can see it. It's a one-stop shop sort of thing. Any operator can come here and see the progress that we're making. And then the board, obviously, like all projects, they get audited. Generally, it's a fortnight audit where we show some progress. And out of the audit, obviously, that drives where you're lacking in some parts of the process, so then that drives where you should be. And then to finish it off, there's a AM plan. It's a 100-day plan of where we should be in 100 days. So some of the actions out of the audits get derived out of there, and then as you close off, just like all our processes, anything that's highlighted means that it's completed. Anything not still needs some work to be done. So here we have the bagging room Kamishibai station. So it's a real traffic light indication for the operators. So green's completed, red is not. The operators have got set criteria of tasks that they need to perform every day. As they do them tasks, they sign off on them and turn them around. So currently, if the task is not completed, it will stay red and then highlighted in the 3C sheet as to why that task hasn't been completed. For Tuesday night and Wednesday, we had a planned maintenance shutdown, so the guys have left them red because the machine wasn't touched that day. So again, it's a great visual for the guys, for leading hands especially. They're the ones that drive it. So they've got some key cleaning criteria that they have to do. So change of shift at 7 o'clock. As soon as the next shift comes in, they can see where they've ticked the boxes or haven't. So that's it.